What's good, y'all? It's Chuck Black and you locked in with 757 Soundcheck. We bring you the sound of Virginia. Today I got with me, who I got with me today?
Got Baby Bluee, man, the GOAT.
Okay. Where you from?
From Suffolk, Virginia, man, 757.
So what was it like growing up in your city?
City of Suffolk, man. I mean, everybody's story different, you know what I mean? Depending on what part they grew up in and shit like that.
So what was it like for you?
My story, man, it was a lot of trials and tribulations. You know what I mean? It was a lot of trials and tribulations, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I ain't gonna say like, me growing up in Suffolk was bad or I hate Suffolk or none of that shit, you know what I mean? But it got its ups and it got its downs, you know what I mean? I ain't grew up with no silver spoon, you know what I mean?
So describe your city in 3 words. Shit hard.
Yeah, man. 3 words, man. I'm gonna just say top city around.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like, especially when it comes to Virginia, you know what I mean? 757 period. I feel like you can't really just mention 757 without mentioning Suffolk. Even though a lot of people try to, you know what I mean?
And they really don't, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy.
Yeah, like, you know, they gonna mention all the other cities before they mention us, and I feel like we're definitely one of the top cities around, you know what I mean?
Facts. So who made you want to rap? No, I ain't gonna ask that yet. So what made you start rapping?
To be honest, it was a while back, man. Some of my older guys and shit, they was rapping, and they making like little CDs and shit, dissing, neighborhood stuff like that or whatever. And
I used to love that.
you feel me? Like, this around the time, shout out to Harper Boys, you know what I mean? This when they were making their CDs, and be honest, they was a big influence on me, starting to rap. Because around the time they was doing their thing, I had my older guys doing their thing. But like I said, they were making diss songs about other niggas, you know what I mean? The Harper Boys, they were actually making music. So, you know what I mean? So I was kind of back and forth into my older guys and then Harper Boys, and you know what I mean? I'm like, I see these guys around all the time. I know these guys. These niggas doing it. I know I can do it. You know what I mean? And it kind of really went from there. You know what I mean? Me rapping their lyrics to actually making my own.
So would you say that saying that, like, coming for you from these people dissing people, and then you see people making music, do you think that inspires you to be both a battle rapper and an artist?
Yeah, definitely.
And you would say that they made you want to rap, like just seeing them doing it made you want to rap.
Yeah, definitely. And as I got older, start seeing other people doing this shit. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a really, you know what I mean? Hell yeah. But it definitely started from around the way.
What's the biggest difference between battle rap and making music?
Man, the biggest difference, yeah, cause it's a big difference, man. The biggest difference, I feel like, I feel like the biggest difference is trying not to. Okay, with the songs, I feel like when it comes to making songs, you can make a song about anything, and it can hit however, you know what I mean? The beat can make the song, the lyrics can make the song, the hook can make the song, or whoever actually rapping it can make the song, you know what I mean? So I feel like when it comes to actually making music, the biggest thing to me is trying not to bar. You know what I mean?
Like you doing battle rap.
I'm doing battle rap. Battle rap, I can go, you know what I mean? And it ain't on the beat, you know what I mean? They got some battles that on beat or whatever, but ain't no hook, no none of that, you know what I mean? You just going, and it's a one take shorty, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? With the battle rap, it's like, in the booth you can spit your verse and then probably spit your second verse and probably fuck up, like, well, let me retake it. You know what I mean? In the battle, you ain't gonna make it retake it, so one shot jump.
So, and battle rap, you choking right there when you do that. Have you ever choked?
Yeah, I choked before. I choked one time, man. 2015, man. I went out Carolina. It was
I remember that.
I know what's so crazy. I think you was with us, bro.
I ain't never went out there. I think I was supposed to go.
Yeah, okay. Me, X-Man, OG Prime.
Yeah.
Oh, we went out Carolina. This was Greensville. Went out there, man. Got too comfortable, man. I'm out there whooping ass, man. 3 rounds. First, second round, I'm snapping. 30 right along. Yeah, I got this in the bag. I'm a 30 him. You know what I mean? And then end up saying the bar whole time. That's the crazy thing, and that's the difference about battle rap. Like only you know your shit. You know what I mean? So however you put it out there, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
You gotta keep. You know what I mean? You gotta kind of keep your shit under control. You know what I mean? So nobody really knew I was choking. You know what I mean? I let it be known because I know how I wrote it and how I said it. You know what I mean? I said it.
So why you do that though?
I didn't know. You know what I mean? I said it a certain way, and when I said it, I feel like the bar behind it wasn't gonna hit right. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, I ain't said it that way. So I kind of backed up and tried to say it again, and I said it the exact same way again. And I'm like, fuck. And then I just kind of, you know what I mean, stumbled out to that. You know what I mean? So that was on me because ain't nobody know that I was even saying the bar wrong type shit. You know what I mean?
So do you think battle rappers get enough respect in hip hop?
In hip hop, as far as hip hop, just underground, yeah. You know what I mean? As far as, just rapping and shit, yeah. But as far as hip hop in the industry, nah. You know what I mean? I feel like the industry don't really accept battle rappers. They feel like, battle rappers can't make music.
Yeah, I feel okay. So have battle rap skills help your music? Do you think?
Yeah.
Or vice versa?
Yeah. Both actually. Battle rap definitely helped me with music. Like I say, because the type of rapper I am, I'm a punchline rapper. I like to spit bars and shit. So me doing battle rap, it helps sharpen my skill for just keep going with the pen, you know what I mean? As far as with the music, you know what I mean? But when it comes to doing music with the battle rap, it sharpened it because on some shit like not to just focus on all bars. You know what I mean?
Develop styles and do different shit.
Yeah, I can do different shit. You know what I mean? Like far as even with the auto tune, try to harmonize, sing, do whatever. I can do different shit. You know what I mean? So that's what the songs, music kind of helped me with that. You know what I mean? Not to just focus on battle rap. Because growing up, I'm listening to Cassidy and shit. So I like shit like that. But Cassidy, he can spit bars, but he also can make music type shit. You know what I mean? At the time, anyway. So
yeah.
You know what I mean? But now it's like, and I ain't trying to get like that, you know what I mean? To a point where I'm just focused on.
I've heard battle rappers like New Jersey Twerk and all them like really make songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right. So, yeah, Anna, you good. You go ahead and get your shout out, man. We had the Gourmet Burger Bistro, man. We had the Burger Bistro, man. I done came out the food in the middle of the interview, man.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you got like Sue Surf.
Yeah,
Sue Surf,
he's very talented.
And he probably like
one of my favorites.
Right. He one of the top that can do battle rap and music. But a lot of people feel like they can't do what he's doing. You know what I mean? They be like, oh well, you know what I mean? You ain't no Sue Surf. Only Sue Surf can battle rap and do music. You know what I mean? Everybody else, y'all just trying to do music.
I don't feel like that though. Well, I feel like you can because I feel like you can personally. I've heard a lot of other battle rappers that can make songs.
And I feel like that's only the case because I started off doing music first. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I started, doing music on beats and shit like that first. You know what I mean? Regardless if I was dissing somebody or not, it was on beat first. And then I started, I be honest though, I can't, bro. OG Prime put me on to the battle rap shit, bro. Like,
for real? And OG Prime got some hot ass music, man.
Yeah, and look, exactly, you feel me? And he started doing music first. You know what I mean? But it's like I say, when I came home, I seen bro battle rapping. I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck this. Before I came home, this shit was, up there somewhere. Like, what's going on? This shit local now? He like, yeah, this shit everywhere now. I can get you on, you know what I mean? He put me in, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, this is something different. But like I said, before that, I was already doing music. So, you know what I mean? That was kind of, it was kind of smooth for me. Like, now I was kind of switching over to try to, all right, let me see if I can really do this battle rap shit, you know what I mean? But then, like I said, I'm doing battle rap so much, I don't want it to overpower my music, you know what I mean? To a point where when I'm doing music, this shit sound like I'm battle rapping and all that shit, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to keep it afloat with both.
So, what projects you got out now?
Projects out now. I got a few projects out right now, man. But the people, man, like I said, I was going through so many trials and tribulations and shit. So when I was locked and shit, goddamn, the distribution I was with TuneCore at the time. You know what I mean? I had to goddamn renew my shit. You know what I mean? But I was going through some shit, so I ain't. they took my shit down. But yeah, I got hella projects out. You know what I mean? Born Savage 1, 2, and 3. I'm actually working on Born Savage 4 right now.
Okay, I was
But
gonna ask that.
yeah, but in the mix of that, I'm gonna get all my takes put back on before I drop Born Savage 4. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get Born Savage 1, 2, and 3 put back up there, and I'm gonna get hashtag free Baby Bluee put back up there, and my latest EP that I just dropped last year, on Hood Stories.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm getting everything put back on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go through a different distribution.
What's your favorite song on Hood Story?
Damn, I got some shit up there. My favorite is gonna be between Deep Thoughts and Had Enough.
What was the inspiration behind Deep Thoughts?
Deep Thoughts. Of course, I was deep in my thoughts. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of like that in real life. I'm always in my thoughts. You know what I mean? People always say that, I'm overthinking shit. You know what I mean? I'm overlooking shit. I'm doing too much.
Do you think that's why you make music? Do you think that's why?
Hell yeah. Like, and to be honest, I use that as my, my outlet. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I can't really go to everybody and try to vent and talk about what I'm going through. Because they're gonna feel like I'm doing the most, so they ain't gonna see it from my perspective. Unless I put it in my music where they kind of can relate to it or whatever. So yeah, hell yeah, my music definitely helps me with that. But as far as deep thoughts, like I say, like people always say that, I'm always, got a lot on my mind and shit. So with that right there, I definitely had a lot on my mind. And at the time, my little brother Hood, he had got locked up for his situation. You know what I mean? You'll find a murder and shit. So that whole song, it was like me just, and I was locked up when I wrote it. You know what I mean? So
both of y'all was locked up at the same.
Yeah. Both of us were locked up at the same time. So I just had a lot on my mind, and I was just, I was just kind of venting about, everything that was kind of going on, around me at that time type shit. You know what I mean? And when I get in my bed like that, I just like to go. You know what I mean? Like just go. You know what I mean? Just ride the whole beat out and just vent type shit. So that's how that was. You know what I mean? And I was like, it was only right to make it my, my outro, the last song up there, like just to wrap the whole tape up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So, what song that you have defines you as an artist? We put it on, you be like, that's Baby Bluee. This is him.
It was so crazy. Alright, this is gonna be funny, man. One of my favorite songs, man. But I did it, because it was, I had a lot going on behind it. But I feel like it really explained who I was as Kawan, Baby Bluee, and the No Name. You know what I mean?
You brought that up. I was gonna get to that.
See, and I was gonna say my favorite song is No Name. You know what I mean? When I was playing it, yeah, you know what I mean. And I feel like I was more so talking about myself instead of like Baby Bluee the artist. You know what I mean? But I was explaining how they took away Baby Bluee the artist, and then I gotta cover up that that image or whatever. So
one thing I can say to you that I want to applaud you on is that when you had to change your name because of your circumstances,
yeah,
you didn't let it stop you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like when I think of Baby Bluee, I think of determination. You know what I'm saying? And I admire you as a fellow artist. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate I really do, man. And I'm proud of you too. I
appreciate that. I appreciate that. That means a lot right there. I appreciate that.
So what you working on right now?
Right now I'm working on this tape, man. Born Savage 4, man. I gotta stay busy. I don't want it to, I don't want to be too caught up in my battle rap, so I gotta keep the music flowing. So yeah, Born Savage 4 definitely in the mix. I want to drop it in April. You know what I mean? The earliest I was trying to drop it at the end of March, but it's definitely gonna probably fall in April. You know what I mean? So within the next 30 days, 40 days,
we're gonna have some Baby Bluee.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Born Savage 4 gonna be out. You know what I mean? I got the cover arts and all that getting worked on and shit. I'm kind of halfway through the tape already, so you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm kind of really trying to see. I can't like the type of guy I am. Like I don't just be like, oh, it's time for a tape. You know what I mean, or whatever the case may be.
You gotta feel it.
I gotta feel it, and 9 times 10, I probably already gotta go in the studio, and I've been working on 3 songs, and it's a reason probably why I went to go do those songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I go to the studio, now I do this song, and then boom, whether it's for a show or if I'm doing a feature with somebody, boom, and then I'll probably go and do another song.
So you'll book a show without head songs?
Yeah. I mean, cause I got hella songs, like you know what I mean.
Right.
But I feel like every song is not for every song show.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and the type of guy I am, the artist I am, I don't feel like I have a lot of songs for a lot of shows that I've been getting booked for. You know what I mean? So,
but how has the feedback been at those shows?
I mean, the feedback is always good, but I'm my biggest critic. So, I'm like, nah, this, you know, yeah, y'all fuck with it because it's me or y'all know the song or whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't feel like this song exactly fit this vibe or this event or whatever, you know what I mean? And I say I'm my biggest critic, so I be on that type time. So when I get booked for a certain show, depending on what, you know, what it's called, what's going on, who on the card, I'm like, I might need a certain song for this one, you know what I mean? If I feel like I ain't got it in my category, I'm definitely going to the studio to make it. And when I do that, that kind of really helps me start on my tape, you know what I mean? Like I say, I'm probably going there to do 2 songs. And then maybe 3 weeks later, I'm going in there to do a feature with somebody or just a random song because I got some shit on my mind. Boom, there you go. I got 3 songs already. So I'm like, oh shit, I can go ahead and goddamn start me a little EP. You know what I mean? Or my guys will see that I'm in the studio. Like, damn, bro, you got 3 songs already. When the tape coming? I'm like, I ain't even working on the tape. You know what I mean? But shit, I might well go ahead and drop one. And that's literally how all my tapes come about. You know what I mean?
So who are some artists you collaborating with now?
Far as what, in the city or all around?
All around.
All around. I just did a feature with FG Tate. He from Suffolk. You know, shout out him. I just did a feature with him. 32 Henny. I'm actually in the making right now of doing a feature with Deja Dior. I mean, she fire.
Yeah, I got one with her too.
Yeah, I peeped that. That's fire too. You her Pretty Loco. Yeah.
Yeah, man, her actually got 2 songs.
Look. Facts, I seen that too, but I feel like the collab you got with her and Pretty Loco, that was fire.
Yeah.
How you got both of them? I said, God, he got both of them on one.
Put that together.
Yeah, I said he got both of them on one. That's fire. So yeah, I got one in the mix with her. Right there, that's kind of like, you know what I mean? Because like I said, me, I'm gonna be honest. I definitely want features, but I don't be tripping off features.
I feel you.
You know, but everybody be tripping off features as far as that's around me. They like, Blue, you need features. We get it, you can rap. We get it, you got your own wave. We get it, you ain't trying to ride nobody way, none of that. But you need features. You know what I mean?
Do you think they're important?
Yeah. They are. It just me, man. It's kind of like a pride thing too, you know what I mean? I'm definitely working on that. One, I don't really, you know, I ain't a fan of everybody's music, you know.
Understood.
You know, I don't care how big their fan base is, you know what I mean? And, you know, a lot of people do that, you know, they see somebody got something going on or
they try to latch on to them,
you know, ride their wave, you know, and ain't nothing wrong with that, you know, however you get it, but that ain't me, you know what I mean? And then I feel like when it comes to features, everybody don't really put on like how they supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like if we gonna do it together, you know, if it's 2, 3 of us on the song or whatever, this take, whatever, we gonna do it together. We gotta, you know, all gotta, you know, be on the same page.
Yeah.
And you know, we gotta go up. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's kind of the main reason for a feature. If I'm featuring you on my song or you featuring me on your song, I want your fan base and everything that you got going on with your whole thing, and vice versa. You know what I mean? And I feel like if both your career, my career, everything we got going on, when we come together, it don't make both of us bigger than what we already got going on.
No reason for it.
There's no reason for it. You know what I mean? We just doing it just to do it. You know what I mean? So I feel like with a lot of people, they don't really put the work after there. They just feel like, you know, off their name or whatever, it just gonna go or whatever. You know what I mean? So like it just, I don't. It's like a give or take. You know what I mean? Like I don't really I don't really be tripping off the features, but I definitely want features, and I definitely need features. You know what I mean? But it's like I ain't really about to hit nobody up and be like, yo, let me get a feature, yo, or let's do a song, or you know what I mean? Unless we vibing and we like right here, you know what I mean?
It come up naturally.
It come up naturally. You know what I mean? Before me actually reaching out type shit, I don't do that, and I haven't do that. I don't do that, and I haven't done that. But I feel like I do need to do that. You know what I mean? And like I say, like, you know, my camp, they be around me. They be like, yo, like, matter of fact, prime is my brother Kendra. I just had the show the other night, open up for 42 Dub. He literally telling me right after I got off stage, bro, you snap. He said, look, though, we need some features now. You know what I mean? You need some features. And he started naming certain local artists around here that got crazy buzz and shit, bro. You need to get there, tap in with Fetty. You know what I mean? You need to tap in with Chuck Black. You need to tap in with Yacht. You know what I mean? You need to tap in with Young Crazy. You know what I mean? These guys that got buzzes around the 757. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, cool. But like I said, I'm in that joint like, oh shit.
Just to let y'all know,
it's the fact that me got no reach out.
He be turning me down for my features.
Nah, hell no.
All right, so what else should the fans expect next from you?
Definitely more music. I'm working on Born Savage 4 right now. Definitely, I'm gonna try to get it out earliest in April. Definitely features, man. I'm definitely about to tap in. So if y'all watching this, man, y'all can tap in with me, man. You know what I mean? And we can definitely work. We can definitely do some features, man. I definitely trying to work with everybody. Shit, if you haven't tapped in on it, my tape Born Savage 3, man, is hella features on it. You know what I mean? That was actually I did that because I don't do features with everybody, and I feel like, well, all right, let me try to jump around the 757 and just do some features with everybody. But I ended up getting locked in the mix of it because the tape was gonna be straight all features. You know what I mean? But I ended up getting locked. When I got locked, I had like maybe 9 features at the time. And then when I came home, I was like, you know what? And I went and did 4 solo jumps and just threw them on the tape like that.
So who you got up there?
Shit, I got some everybody. I got Treek. Shout out to Treek. Pretty Loco. I got Yacht the Don. I got Woosah. I got Reek Fisher.
Yeah, he hard too.
I got Rats. Young Norfolk Hub. Yeah, I got my boy Rats up there. I got what's I got? I got my boy Ray Body. I got Ray Body up there. HBK Body. Who else I got? I think I got one more up there. I can't think. I think I probably got like one more up there. But I had like nine people up there. Eight, nine people up there. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So I got some quick questions for you, right quick. Who your favorite battle rapper?
Favorite battle rapper? Now, like people, they changing, man. They ain't like motherfuckers will be fired, then they get fired, then it's like they up there now, and then
they fall off.
They fall off type shit. So the only person I can, only person I can say that's really my top, because he been consistent since he came in the game, and he just been elevating. I'm gonna say Tay Rock.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He been elevating. I can't really be like, oh, that nigga been slacking the last couple battles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I ain't gonna say he win every battle, but he ain't going in there playing. You know what I mean? Tay Rock, my favorite battle rapper all time because he been consistent. But like right now, who I feel like that's whooping the ass and can't nobody fuck with him, Rum Nitty. Okay. You know what I mean? Rum Nitty, he's just a monster, man. You know what I mean?
All right, what's your favorite hip hop album?
Favorite hip hop artist?
No, the album.
Huh?
The album. Your favorite hip hop album?
Oh, favorite hip hop album. Damn, that was a good question, right? I ain't never been asked that. That's crazy. Damn. Cause I'm a picky listener, bro. Like I fuck with people, you know what I mean? But
so what?
And I want to say like me. I feel like I like to say I got an old soul, man. And it's like,
so tell the people the album.
You feel me? Like I listen to new shit, you know what I mean? But if it's up to me, we riding in the car, you know what I mean? And Blue play some music. I'm playing a whole bunch of old shit, you know what I mean?
Like what you gonna play?
You
gonna throw that Meat Meal on?
I'm gonna throw some meat, you know what I mean? I'm gonna throw some meat, but And don't get me wrong, Meek was definitely one of my top. You know what I mean? You know, at one point, but you know, I feel like he ain't the hunger ain't there as it used to be.
I think he about to get it back though.
I
I think.
Man, I hope so. You know what I mean? But as far as album, man, I'm gonna just say, you got like. You got man. You got like Beanie Siegel, the Be Coming. The Be Coming. That's one of my favorite albums, you know what I mean? Off the strength of my mom. Like growing up, my mom used to play the album a million times a day in the crib, you know what I mean? So that's one of my tops.
So what's your dream feature?
Dream feature. Dream feature. I don't like how you named it like that, man.
What you mean?
Dream feature. I mean,
a dream collab song with any artist ever in the history.
I'm gonna be honest, man. My boy Abial.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Abial, man. That's like he's one of my favorite artists right now. You know what I mean? Like hands down. You know, I just feel like we super relatable with damn near everything, and I feel like he real. You know what I mean? He ain't out here doing the most, trying to get his buzz going. But Abial and I don't even consider Abial as an underground rapper anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like because he's on and he got a deal, shit like that he signed. So he might not be mainstream like as some other artists, but he's definitely mainstream now. But I guess if I say Abial, but then if I had to name somebody else too, Jadakiss.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. Who was your hardest opponent in battle rap?
So far, my hardest opponent, man, that was in there fighting with me and shit. I'm gonna say King Benny, man. I'm gonna say King Benny, and that was only because the platform we battled on. He was already familiar with the environment and shit like that, the people and stuff like that. And it was a one rounder. You know what I mean? I went first, he went second. And bro fire. You know what I mean? So it was like it was a lot going on with that battle itself. You know what I mean? So I feel like that probably was like my toughest battle type shit.
All right, so I'm about to wrap this up in a few. I got a couple more questions. What separates you from everybody else doing music and doing battle rap?
What separate me from music, when it comes to everybody else, I feel like one, like I say, I try to stay in my own lane. I don't try to ride nobody way, regardless if we fuck with each other or not. You could be we could be in the same camp. You know what I mean? We both artists. You know what I mean? But if you're way bigger than mine, then we could do features or whatever. But I ain't about to lash on to you and do the most. So I feel like when it comes to music, I stay in my own lane. I feel like my music is real, and I can go in the studio, we can cook up something right now, but I feel like my best work really comes when I'm dealing with something and I got some shit on my mind. And I feel like a lot of people, music, I feel like a lot of people, when it comes to music, they kind of try to give the fans what they want.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what the fans want for real, because fans always want something different. So, but I feel like a lot of people try to give the fans what they want. With me, I just give you me. Okay. You know what I mean? It's like, you gonna take it or not. This is me. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, I can rap about what you want me to rap about and talk about that if you want it. And yeah, but if you really like rocking with me type shit, like, I'm about to go listen to Blue Hole tape, you're gonna get a little bit of what you want, but majority of the time, I'm just gonna give you me. You know what I mean? And just, so I feel like that would separate me with a lot of people when it comes to music. They go off their fan base or what's going on right now as far as the wave. You know what I mean? And I feel like with me, I just give you me. When it comes to battle rap, same thing. I try not to do too much and sound like nobody or be like nobody when it comes to battle rap. You know what I mean? And I feel like, the battle rap shit, it's fun, it's entertainment, you know what I mean? So I feel like, it just helped me elevate when it comes to my music. You know what I mean? So with the battle rap, I don't feel like a lot of people that do battle rap, that do music, they use the battle rap to
Help them with the
fuel,
music.
fuel with their music. You know what I mean? And I do that. You know what I mean? So I feel like that was separated with the battle rap. You know?
So the rap game need more what?
Rap game need more. I feel like the rap game need more. Man, rap game need a lot, man. Rap game need a lot, man. But
One thing off the top of your head, what you think?
I just feel like the rap game need more realness. You know what I mean? And I feel like everybody let everybody tell it. They rapping real shit. You know what I mean? But you can tell the difference. Because the hunger. You know what I mean? So I feel like if the rap game had more realness to it, more hunger to it. Well, I feel like the rap game had more hunger to it. I'm gonna say that. If the rap game had more hunger to it,
It's like a lot of people don't take it serious.
right. That's what I'm saying. If the rap game had more hunger to it, it would be more realness to it now. That's what I'm. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna go
More
with that.
passion in the music.
Exactly. I don't feel like everybody's more passionate and hungry about it now. They just look at it like it's entertainment. You know what I mean? They don't look at it as a job or shit like that. You know what I mean? A career, none of that. So a lot of people just look at it like, it's entertainment. It's something fun to do. You know what I mean? And regardless if they got a wave or if they taking off with it, they still might not even take it serious.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel like the rock game need more hunger.
All right, put you on the spot right quick. Give us 8 bars right quick.
Dang. 8 bars, man. What I say, man? I don't know if I'll give some new shit, old shit, man.
Just give me 8 bars.
8 bars, man. What I say? P99, this bitch a 40, I ain't even know. Got the same gun that James Bond used on the show. Screw on the silencer. I'm trying to silence every op that spoke on my motherfucking bro. You know what I mean? That's James Bond, man. If y'all ain't heard that song or watched the video, go check it out, man. It's on YouTube, man. Featuring 32 Henny and Ray Kruger.
All right, tell the people where they can find you at.
Y'all can find me on Instagram. I am _Baby Bluee with 2 E's. You can find me on Facebook. My name, Kawan Thurman. And you can find me on all platforms, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, everything. Baby Bluee, that's my artist name. It's Baby Bluee, one whole word, 2 E's.
All right, man. Appreciate you for coming, man. Y'all heard it here, man. You rocking with Chuck Black, locked in on the 757 Soundcheck. Stay tuned.